A team of leading scientists and academics say they have found compelling evidence Alberta's oil sands have been polluting remote northern lakes with toxins for decades. They say monitoring of the environmental impact of the oil industry has been inadequate for years, and given the planned expansion of the oil sands, they fear what the future holds. Robin Gill has the story.
Alberta's oil sands produce 1.5 million barrels of black gold a day, and the pollution that comes along with it has always been controversial. But a new report points the finger directly at the industry.
Pollutants coming out of the oil sands are being recorded in the environment, and that they're increasing significantly, and that the footprint of this pollution is much bigger than many people previously thought.
Researchers with Queen's University and Environment Canada examined the soil in 6 lakes in northern Alberta, one as far away as 90 kilometers from the oil sands. They compared levels in 2010 to levels in the 1960s when the industry first began development. 2 of the worst toxins, PAH and DBT, saw significant increases. PAH was 2.5 to 23 times greater, and DBT was 2.6 to 57 times greater. But because the industry was essentially self-monitoring for decades, the damage could be worse.
The problem is potentially, significantly larger. If anything, I think this is an optimistic estimate of what the situation is.
The industry has always insisted the pollution is what it calls natural.
The study itself recommends more research is needed. They have identified a concentration, they haven't identified a source, they haven't conclusively identified much beyond the fact that it's there and it's not impacting the ecosystem. Now that we know that, we can move forward and do more research, and I think that's what we'd like to do.
But environmentalists have argued all along that there are environmental costs to this economic boom.
Number one, we can't trust the government's monitoring program as it is. Number two, that the impact of tar sands operations on our environment are still not understood, and that we shouldn't be approving new projects until we have a good understanding of the damage that's currently being done.
No one can deny there's money to be made, but there are costs associated with the oil sands as well.
The study's authors also point to the fact that they only examined 2 toxic byproducts when there is a cocktail of other pollutants associated with the industry. Robin Gill, Global News, Vancouver.